welcome to episode number 20 of the Soggy Kookaburra podcast. My name's Kathy. I'm coming to you from a small town in North Wales where I live with my husband, our teenage son, and our three cats, Pickle, Puka, and Pumpkin. There's Puka. It's going to be one of those episodes, lots of cats, I'm afraid. So if this is your first time joining us, welcome aboard the Crafty Train. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for joining me again. Now, first up, and I know that all the blogs say you shouldn't do this, but I am going to apologise for the lateness of this video. I had every intention of videoing last weekend. However, I was hit with the dreaded lurgy, as so many of us over here in the UK are at the moment. There's nasty bugs going around, and I figured you probably wouldn't want to see me snorting and snotting and sneezing into tissues and all the rest of it. So yeah, a little bit late, but do you know what? It's very nearly Christmas, which is one of my favourite times of the year. Anyway, if you would like to follow me on Instagram, I am the Soggy Kookaburra there. And if you enjoy this video, please consider giving me a thumbs up and subscribing. If you hit the little notification bell, which is next to the subscribe button, you'll get a notification every time I post, which in theory at least is once a month. I've been pretty good, actually. I think I've only missed 1 month, but yeah, some months they are a bit later than others. Anyway, I've got cats everywhere. I've got lots to share with you. I have my new favourite mug, which my darling husband bought for me. I've got my coffee, and I've got lots to share with you. Probably not as much knitting as usual. Because I've not been well, I've not been very enthused. I've lost my knitting mojo a little bit. So I've got a little pumpkin here, little monster, who's been having a wonderful time with all the Christmas decorations, as you can well imagine. The other big news for me as well, before I start off on the various crafty things I've been up to, is late last month, I got a lovely surprise. My youngest brother Sam turned up on my doorstep completely unexpectedly. It was a wonderful surprise that had been organised by Sam and my lovely husband, and Sam is with us for Christmas, which is ridiculously exciting for me. So of course the first thing I did, literally his first day here, we got him knitting. I'm not going to share with you his project. I will try and do that next month when he is actually here to show you, and I can introduce you to my lovely brother. Anyway, let me crack on. I've got a few finished projects. As I say, only one is knitting. The other ones are diamond painting, which I have been really enjoying, actually. I got a fantastic draftsman's desk, which is like on an angle, which I've just been loving. So anyway, let's crack on. Enough rambling. Just grab a mouthful of coffee. I just love this mug. How cute is it? Very appropriate. Okay, so I think I'll start with the one finished object of knitting that I have actually done. I'm going to have to take this off and show you. So this is for my brother Sam, very conveniently. It is the enormous stripy rainbow beanie hat thing. So it is finally finished. This is 200 grams of yarn. You can see a little bright yellow pom-pom on the end. He loves it, by the way. He hasn't been gifted it yet, but it's coming. Obviously, this will get wrapped up today and go under the tree, even though he knows what it is. Come on, get down from there, you bugger. He's such a mischief maker. So this yarn I picked up when I was in the States earlier in the year. It is Cascade Yarns Pinwheel. It's 200 grams, colour number 32. And it's lovely. I'm really, really pleased with it. I think he will like it. It was a bit of a labour of love because, let me tell you, just going round and round. I mean, I did it on circular needles. Don't ask me what size, I don't remember. Whatever size was appropriate for this, I think it's probably a DK weight yarn. It's, pattern-wise, not an especially difficult pattern, truth be told. All the colour changes is what makes this so fabulous. And of course, the ridiculously long tail scarf thing. So yes, very, very pleased with this. It's actually lovely and squishy, and although it's not particularly cold over here at the moment, I'm sure that Sam will enjoy wearing it, and we'll take it back to Melbourne, and they do get quite chilly winters over there, so I'm sure it'll get some use. And it's just Sam all over, these lovely, fantastically bright rainbow colours with the bright yellow pom-pom. So anyway, so that is my finished project. I'm really, really pleased with how it came out. I know I was a bit concerned that the hat was too big, before it started going into the tail, but as some of you pointed out, it needs to be big in order to wrap properly, otherwise it would just look a bit odd. So yeah, really pleased with that. And I've finally finished my first ball of yarn that I bought from the States. So I'm getting there. I love it when a project uses up a whole ball as well, like there's no remnants. So this is literally 200 grams of yarn, which is fab. Right, I'm going to put my little Santa hat back on because festive. There we go. Okay, so that's the only knitting project that I've finished. As I say, I have been doing a little bit of diamond painting lately. I've finished 2 actually. Now these are kits from, gosh, I ordered these months ago. They come from AliExpress, which is great because it's cheap, but the delivery times can be literally months, which, to be honest, for me, unless I'm looking to buy it for a gift or something, it really doesn't bother me. And by the time it arrives, I've often forgotten what it is that I've ordered. So it's like a super surprise. So this is the first one. Now, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it because of the reflection of the window, but it is a little pussy cat, which I just think is adorable. It actually came with this really pretty frame. It's just plastic and acrylic, but you see all the pretty diamonds. It was great fun. It probably took me about an hour and a half to do, and that was taking my time with lots of coffee. As you know, I've got this epic one on the go at the moment, which is about 6 foot long, and I'll show you that, where I'm up to with that at the moment. But sometimes I just, oh, Pumpkin wants the tassel. Sometimes I just want something a little bit easier that I can just knock off. I'm really pleased with it. It's ever so pretty. So that's now living in the stairwell, along with the other one, which I have to say I've got a bit of an obsession with mandalas now, because look how gorgeous this is. Isn't that stunning? Absolutely stunning. I really, really, really enjoyed making this one. Now the only thing is, it did come with a missing blue bead. So I've kind of MacGyvered. But you know what? If I hadn't told you, I doubt you'd have noticed. And there is something about, I have a feeling, in myths and legends, that mandalas should have a slight imperfection so the gods don't get jealous. Something like that, I seem to recall reading. God only knows. I've got flypaper brain, as you know. But I am chuffed to bits with this. It sparkles beautifully in the light on the stairwell. It was so much fun to make. I actually have some more on order that I ordered at the same time. Very similar in the little frame with the little sparkly tassel. I've got to be quite careful where I hang these, because obviously the cats think the tassels are for them. And they're not, because they would destructo them. So yes, they're my 2 fabulous little diamond paintings that I have finished in the past month. And also, I've had so much fun with this. I really, really have. And actually, while I'm talking of diamond paintings, I might as well show you my work in progress. So this is my epic, epic, big diamond painting that's going to go on the back of the bathroom door downstairs. I will put, if I remember, a little photo of what the finished product's going to be. But let me show you where I am up to. I've done quite a bit since I last showed you. I'm going to have to stand up because it's so big. Ugh. Right, so this is it so far. I'm really, really pleased with how it's coming along. And obviously when you get up really close, you can see it just turns into a pixelated mess. But then zoom out, voila, sparkly picture. Now, because these are round diamonds and they're not like gem style diamonds, they are just little coloured acrylic faceted plastic beads. It doesn't sparkle as much as like the mandala and the cat one, but actually it has a bit of a glimmer, and it's going to look absolutely fabulous once it's finished. I mean, I can't even show you the bottom, it's so long. I've got a lot to go yet, but I am enjoying it. It sort of just sits, sorry, it just sits on my drafting table with a tea towel over it to stop the dust getting into the diamonds. And yeah, and I'm really enjoying doing it, actually. It's tremendous fun. I feel like I'm going at 1,000,000 miles an hour. I always feel like that, but as I've said before, got to keep it under 20 minutes, otherwise it's an absolute mare to upload. Okay, so works in progress. Let me see what I've got here. I've got a few bits and bobs on the go, some of which I've barely touched. This is one that I have barely touched. So this is Stuart's Stripy Socks, which is the unique yarn sock set. This is the one that's going to be business up the top, party down the bottom, because look at those colours. I've just done the heel turn, so I'm literally, I don't think I've touched these since I last showed you, if I'm honest. It's gone to the bottom of the pile, but I've got 8 wonderful days off work. I finish on Christmas Eve, and then I've got 8 days off, and I'm not back at work until the 2nd of January. So let me tell you, there's going to be a lot of knitting. It's my favourite time of the year to have off work, because other than the 24-hour monitoring station and our on-call engineers, the rest of the office and everything is not there. Most of our clients are not there. So I'm not going back on January the 2nd to a huge mound of to-dos on my desk because nobody is there. So it's the one time of the year where I get 8 days off and I can just chill. I don't have to check my emails, although I probably will. Stuart, unfortunately, is working because he works at the same place I do. So he's working a couple of shifts over the Christmas break. So any major dramas at work, I'm sure that he will relay to me without me having to get involved. Anyway, gosh, rambling so much rambling today. Right, this is a funny little project that I've been playing around with. It's a beanie. It's a big beanie. Out of one of these Aldi balls, if you recall, I bought some Aldi balls. I think the more I knit with this, the more I think it's really a crochet job. I don't think knitting is the best use of this yarn. It's great colours. I really like it. It's actually for one of my friends who lives over in Arkansas. Sorry, I just thought I saw a drop stitch, but I haven't. I'm just being a bit daft. I really like the colours. I think they're really funky. It's just, it's not got much to go. I'm on the decreases now. I'm going to have loads of yarn left over. I've got a matching pom-pom, which I think is maybe in here. See if I've got a pom-pom. Yes, I do. I've got a matching pom-pom. Whoop! Did not leave that on the floor. The cats will love it. Matching pom-pom to go with, which is fab. But yeah, I think I'm going to maybe get my old crochet hooks out. And the next one I do, because these are such fun little projects, I might do a bit of a funky crochet hat rather than a knitted one. I don't know. But it is cool. And it's going to be lovely and snuggly, and it's going to be nice. It's a bit of a slouchy hat, but not too slouchy. Almost done. Should be done, really, probably in the next couple of days, if I can get any knitting done between now and Christmas, because Christmas is busy, isn't it? Really pleased with that. So that is another little project I've got on the go. Look at that puka up there. It's been ages since she's been on top of the cupboard. I think she's trying to escape from Pumpkin. I've got the cutest, I actually put it on my Instagram and you should check it out if you haven't seen it already. I put the cutest photo last night of Pumpkin sleeping very close to Puka. Now they're not snuggle cats. They don't tend to snuggle together. But it was very funny because Pumpkin, little ginger one, obviously wanted kitty cuddles. And Puka, not so keen. So he sort of would sit on the couch next to her and inch a little bit closer, and then she'd ears flat and go, "Rrr." Not like cranky, but sort of like, "Rrr." and then she'd stop, and then he'd inch a little bit closer, and her ears would go flat, and she'd go, "Rrr." And eventually that was as close as he could get without her going, "No, that's enough." So they slept there for about an hour, which, aww. Makes my heart warm. I just love my kitty cats. Ramble. Okay, and last but not least, my other project that I've got on the go are these fabulous socks that I'm doing for my dear friend, Buddy. He is watching this, so hi, Buddy. So we've got one down. I can't remember if I was down to one last time, which I'm really pleased with how it came out. Only downside is, silly me, didn't record how many rows between each stripe. Schoolboy error. So I'm having to do a little bit by eye. So I've had to like frog back a couple of times on the second sock. But we're getting there. So, uh-oh. That stitch marker's going everywhere. Right, it's a bit hard to tell because I've got yarn everywhere. I'm down to the heel anyway. I'm just doing the heel turn at the moment. This is probably the, excuse me, I'm going to grab this stitch marker, otherwise I'm going to forget it. This is probably the priority for me. Sorry, buddy, it's not going to be a Christmas, well, it will be a Christmas gift. It'll just be late. But I'm really pleased with how it's looking. It's lovely soft yarn, and hopefully it will fit. But yeah, I mean, it's cool. I haven't done stripy ones before. Actually, I don't think I had finished it last time I recorded, because I think I recall mentioning that I was going to perhaps do a stripe before the toe, and obviously I did in the end do that. So I think it looks really cool. I really do. But yeah, really quite pleased with that. Just a very, very standard ribbed sock. Modified eye of partridge heel, of course. So yeah, really quite pleased with it. So yeah, that's the priority, I think. I'm going to crack on with that. Maybe do some this afternoon. I've got to nip out to the shops and get some bits and bobs. But oh, and I've got to cook the gammon for Christmas Day, because I'm not going to have time before Christmas Day, and I do not want to be trying to juggle a gammon and a turkey. That's just not going to happen. So, what are you guys doing for Christmas? Do you celebrate Christmas? Do you celebrate something else at this time of year? You know, I would love to hear how other people, especially other crafty people, spend their period of Christmas, Festivus, or whatever you know, your midwinter celebrations of whatever, or midsummer celebrations for those of you in the Southern Hemisphere. What's your tradition? We are actually doing, because Sam is over, he wanted a full British traditional Christmas, which of course means turkey. Quite usually we don't do a turkey because turkey is okay. Usually we'll do like a lamb or a beef roast or something, but we're doing a turkey this year with a big gammon that I'm going to cook so it becomes ham, which is the closest thing to a Christmas ham that I can get. If you're Australian, you know exactly what I mean. Let me tell you, it's just not the same without a Christmas ham. So that's my Christmas. I've got a lot to do. I'm sure you have a lot to do before Christmas. I hope you get some time off over the Christmas period, so you can put your feet up and do some knitting. Let me know what your plans are. And are you looking forward to 2020? I can't believe it's almost 2020. Like, seriously, where's this year gone? Unbelievable. Right, me and my mug of coffee are going to go and edit this and get it up. And I hope that you all have an absolutely fantastic Christmas period. Really enjoy it. I look forward to seeing you in the new year. I will introduce Sam in the new year because he's with us until the end of January. And have a fantastic time, a very knitty, crafty time. And I'll see you again soon. Happy Christmas. Bye-bye.